Hi everybody, today I'm going to go through how to fill out one of these exercise log cards. I already have it filled out on one side here. So here I already filled out a few dates and I want to take you through the process. So first, this is what everyone's card should look like. This is for 7 different days. Okay. Now notice it's numbered 1 through 24 on the front, and on the back it goes 25 through 48. That's more than enough spaces to go through a single phase of corrective care. So on the top, notice there's a number 1 and it says E, which means exercise, right head shift. This is stuff we'll fill out for you. Number 2, it says full spine sag. Full spine sagittal is what that stands for. Don't worry about what these exercises are for right now. We'll show you what these are. We have videos to guide you. The purpose of this is how to track it, how to progress, because these are a progressive exercise, meaning you start very slow, you do a little bit more. As your body adapts, you go further and further and further so you can get the results that you need and we can progress you through care appropriately. Now, since this is already filled out, I'm just going to fill this out on the back side just so it's a clean slate. Let's pretend this is the first day that you're doing it, and I'll put today's date, which is June 2nd, 2015. Okay? Now, let's just say that we're only doing one exercise. So you see how it says number 1, number 2. It's referencing different exercises. So I'm going to circle what exercise I'm doing. If I'm doing 2 exercises, I'm going to circle both of these that date, and I'm going to fill out the appropriate X's as they correspond to the number 1, number 2. Let's just start off looking at this like we're doing one exercise. So number 1, I'm going to circle this. I'm doing my number 1 exercise, which is a right head shift. Okay? My number 1 exercise. Now notice there's 2 different columns here. I'm going to use a highlighter to show you this. There's 2 columns, or 2 spots. One spot, this is isometric exercises. That's one spot. Isometric means like this. If you look at me and I have a head shift, let's say this is my posture, so I'm stuck over here to the left, and I'm going to do a right head shift to fix that. Okay? I've practiced this plenty, that's why I can do it so well. This is the exercise I'm doing. Isometric means I shift it, I hold it for a count of 4 to 5 seconds, I come back to neutral. When I start doing that, I'm going to use muscles in ways that I'm not used to, so there has to be a progression. I don't want to get too sore. That's why over here on the card it says 8 reps, 4 sets. Okay? Now notice, I'll show you, all these are 4 sets, everything, 4 sets. We keep it simple, that's all you have to remember. The reps is what we progress with. But again, there's 2 phases. Isometric, which is what I'm talking about now, the shift and hold. And let's say today I'm doing that exercise. I put a little X here. I'm doing 8 reps, 4 sets, and I might make a little note. Easy. Okay? Now I come in tomorrow. 6-3, doing number 1, and I look, that was easy. How do I feel? Yeah, I'm not really sore. Cool, I'm ready to step it up a notch. Now I'm going to put an X over here, which means 12 reps, 4 sets. And I'm going to say, all good. These are notes to myself that I can see the next visit to see how I was progressing. Next day, I'm just going to do these sequential days for now, not to say that you're going to come in every single day in a row, but let's just do this as the hypothetical to show you the transition of the card, the progression of the card. Still exercise 1, all good. Now I'm going to progress to 20 reps, 4 sets. Again, now I come in and I say, okay, well, look at that, I'm done with all the isometric. Now what? Now I'm going to go into resistance. So what does resistance mean? Well, it means that we're doing this exercise now, not just shifting against our own movement pattern, but now we're going to do it against resistance. We're going to have a head harness with a band that connects so that as we shift, we have it pulling us back the other direction, which is going to engage musculature. It's the next level of going through a corrective exercise. Notice again, now the reps, they turn down again. It starts at 8 reps and goes 4 sets again. And now I want to call your attention to this last row here. Notice how it says easy, medium, and hard. Okay? We have color coding for the different bands. Yellow is very easy, for example. Silver is very hard, and there's all these colors in between. We have those charts up on the wall so you can see what the progression is. But what you can do here for the difficulty of the band is if you want to put the actual color in that slot, you can do that, or you can put easy, medium, hard, whatever's easiest for you. Probably the color would be best at this point. So now as soon as we move into resistance, 6-5, this is my first resistance day, I'm going to put an X here for number 1, and then over here I'm going to put let's say it's a yellow band. I'm going to write a Y for yellow. I'm going to go through 8 reps of 4 sets, and let's say afterwards I'll say, well, I got a little sore after that. So the next day when I come in, 6, 6, I'm going to circle number 1, I'm going to go straight to this. I was sore. You know what? I'm sore, but it's kind of a good sore. I think I can still work through it. You can talk to our team about it. We'll let you know what's normal and what you should be doing, and then we'll see, is it time to progress or should you stay at the same? Well, in this case, let's just better be safe than sorry. I'm going to stay at the same pace, and it was a lot better today. It was okay. Okay, so now this is the next day. I come in and I look and I see, how was I last time? I was okay. I'm going to put today's date, 6/7, number 1. Now I'm ready to progress. I'm going to put an X over here, which is 12 reps, 4 sets. So I'm starting to move up. I'm still going to do yellow, and I'm doing good. Okay, 6, 8, 1. I'm going to progress. Okay, 6, 9, come in. It's still really easy. I'm ready to step it up a notch. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go from the yellow and I'm going to go to the next resistance higher. So let's say if yellow is easy and now we're going to go a little more difficult, we can do a medium or the next color up in that. I believe it is red. But now I'm going to decrease the repetitions, and I'm going to start at 8 reps of 4 sets, and I'm going to see how I do. Okay. It should look like this all the way through. You're going to gauge how sore you are and how well you can move up, and you can ask us as well. We can help guide you, but that's what the card should look like, so that we can eventually get to the point where we say, here's the goal, here's the resistance band that we want to do. We're going to stay at this amount for a while. We're not going to always keep going up until we're doing 50 pounds of resistance on a head shift, for example. There are certain limits as far as how much weight we should do with this. So thanks for watching. This was an overview of how the exercise card works. This is a logging system. We want you to fill this out on your own when you come in. We'll be happy to give you a hand if you have any questions whatsoever. We do this to track your progress, your progression, make sure you're doing your exercises properly, so ultimately you can get the best results possible.